Hello, this is Andi
and Sascha
from Helloween, and you're watching TV Rock Live. Like everybody goes like, oh, 2012, and all the media talk about it, and so we just wanted to actually, make our fun about it, because we don't believe that 2012 the world would end. But if it would end, we said, okay, then this time we should actually postpone the release of the album to January, because normally we release on October, on Helloween. Cliche. And just to wait and see. If we survive, we're coming straight out of hell. If we don't survive, the good thing is we don't need to rehearse for the upcoming world tour.
Just imagine nothing is going to happen in December 21, and it's 2013. We're still alive, and still every day a new asshole is born. But because basically we have too many assholes, and politicians and whoever,
Bankers,
managers,
assholes.
Yeah. And that's why we thought, like, just imagine you have this tanks and politicians and bankers driving out of hell. It's 2013 and they're still there, and they're coming new. There's not only the old guys, it's new guys as well. And so we were thinking, like, that's straight out of hell. And also it's straight out of hell being still there.
I mean, if 2012 happens,
then this interview would be nonsense anyway. Right.
Or maybe not, because a small part of mankind will survive.
And that's the only tape they're gonna find.
Yeah.
He's a man looking down on the people. He's a prick you got to really go evil. Cannot be stopped, cannot change it.
My son is always telling me that he would be scared that when he would have children, he feels that he could very much enjoy the planet the way it is for his lifespan, but he's not sure if his sons would actually enjoy the planet, because he already feels that there's lots of restrictions. He already is grown up like in Tenerife, where we have probably 15 degrees more temperature, more degrees above average, European average, and there you already have to protect yourself on a daily basis, which when you talk to the old Canarian people, like people with 50, 60, 70, they never ever brought up the idea to cover themselves. There was no ozone shit going on or stuff like that. So suddenly you have a generation growing up with the first damages that we actually are responsible for. Speaking for Burning Sun, it's a Waikiki song, and Waikiki learned that one of his favorite guys, John Lord, passed away. So fortunately, we were just in the beginning of the mixdown, so it was still time enough to tell Charlie, the producer, that we would actually like to have a second version of that Burning Sun, because Waikiki had the idea to mute one guitar and replace it with a Hammond version of John Lord. And it turned out to work out just fine. So finally he had his dedication. I scheduled my dedication since like years, but never had a chance to make a dedication to Freddie Mercury, because there was never a song that would build the bridge from Helloween to Queen. I was sitting in the studio and I thought, okay, I have to listen to the drums, something is wrong here. So I actually wanted to solo the drums. But the vocals had been in solo in place too, so they've been always solo. So suddenly everything was muted, all the guitars, everything was muted, but the drums and the vocals. And I thought, who needs guitars? That sounds good. So I thought, okay, maybe that would be the closest song to Queen, because it reminded me suddenly at We Will Rock You.
We have a lot of different influences, and all together in a production with his voice on it. That's the line. His voice is the line. His voice is basically Helloween then, You listen to that and you hear, oh, that's Helloween. But you have all those different songs. That makes it interesting.
That's what I always loved about Kiss. It was like 3-4 songwriters. I mean, Peter Criss didn't write much, but at the end of the day, I loved that. So there's always that variety going on, and I mean, it's great. On the other hand, you have to see if you would be the main songwriter in a band, what a pressure. I mean, what a pressure. You have to come up again and again with, let's say in a period of 2 years. Every 2 years you have to come up with at least 15 or 20 songs, and the best 12 are chosen for the upcoming album. Whoa. But now what a luxury being in a band with 4 songwriters. You have to write 3, 4, 5 songs, that's it. Enough. If you have more ideas, even better. For thousands of years, we read in the history books of Homer and you name the guys, of this ancient kingdom Nabatea. And everybody looked at it like Atlantis, a myth. But beginning of the 20th century, accidentally a guy discovered the metropole Petra in the middle of the Jordan desert. And suddenly they realized, okay, I mean, if there's Petra, if the metropole is there, then Nabatea existed. Then it hasn't been a myth. Because it's so nice, it's such a nice myth that it's too good to be true. That because that Nabatea was not a real kingdom, it was a democracy. They had like 3,000 years before our time, they had a democracy going on. No slaves, no military, never brought a war to other lands. So it sounded like a paradise, like a dream come true. Because we always think that we are the civilization because we're in the 21st century and look how far we came and blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, 3,000 years ago, we had it all in a much nicer place, probably, a much warmer place. But as always, the surrounding, mainly the Romans these days, envied it that much, and those greedy, I should use the MF word now, these greedy went there and kind of tore it down and destroyed everything to such a degree that up to nowadays, up to the 20th century, the people even thought it's only a myth. But it was there. It was definitely reality. This is the main reason why we go out with Gamma Ray again, because the people loved it. So we want to do that again. My personal dream would be even a Hellish Rock Part 3 together with Michael Kiske. Maybe next time we have support called Unisonic, and maybe then we could actually fulfill the dream for everybody. Then would be the whole old Helloween band, unfortunately without Ingo. But that would be a dream come true for the people, and actually I would then finally be able to play guitar.
Buy our records. It makes us richer, but you will be happier.
The stupid old saying. That reminds me at this old vinyl album cover, and you see a super sweet dog on it, and a 45 Magnum pointed at his head, and the title of the album is. That's true. It's a true story. The title of the album is "Buy This Record or We Kill This Dog." This is so brutal, so mean. Well, nevertheless, I'll see you in Olympia, and I think Olympia is a great thing. So, Medal of Honor, Helloween plays Olympia, be there.